Dakota Ditcheva versus Sumiko Inaba. The greatest women's MMA showdown of the year is finally here.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I've got a tough opponent in front of me, but like I said, once I get in that cage, there's just a switch that kind of happens, and I don't feel like any kind of ring rust is capable of stopping that. So, if there is, that's something that I'll have to work through when I get in there. But PFL are gonna cop for it if I do have ring rust.
Who's skill B2? She's gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. She hasn't been hit hard. I've been hit hard and I still keep coming. Expect fireworks and you won't be disappointed on July 19th.
Yeah, I'm excited to get straight back into the gym. I literally live for this sport, so for me, getting obviously a quick finish like that, I've got no injuries and stuff, so I can get straight back into the gym and just...
July 19th, two undefeated warriors collide in a battle that could change everything. Power, speed, heart. This isn't just a fight. It's a storm waiting to explode inside the cage. Don't blink.
Happy to be back. I'm excited to get in the cage now and showcase my skills again. We've waited 6 months, I think, now, so I'm ready to go, and I'm going to bring a whole new Dakota for sure.
Being in this position is an accomplishment for me. Being able to test myself at the highest level, this is an accomplishment to experience.
I expect her to come and bring her best game. She's got nothing to lose, and that's how I go into every fight,
Because this war will be unforgettable. Around the world, fans are counting down. Dakota Ditcheva, Sumiko Inaba, both undefeated, both dangerous. It's both hungry to prove who truly deserves the crown at the top of women's MMA. Dakota is feared for her vicious striking precision, timing, and brutal execution.
These people, they love you in Chicago. Now you're about to get back in the cage, and you're going to fly a long way to do it on July 19th. How excited are you to get back to fighting?
I am so excited. These guys have missed me for sure. They've been very vocal on social media, so I'm excited to finally get back in the cage and do what I do best.
Sumiko, on the other hand, brings a storm of grit, calm, intensity, and technical pressure. It's not just strength versus strength.
She's the face of PFL. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
It's mindset versus mindset. Before the cage door closes, let's break it down. Let's see who really holds the edge. Dakota Ditcheva is a pure striker. Born from Muay Thai, she launches explosive kicks, sharp knees, and sniper-like punches. Her timing is elite. Her pressure, relentless. She thrives at range, using long limbs and fast footwork to control her opponent's every move. But she's not just a finisher. She's a technician, breaking opponents down round by round with surgical precision. She's composed, unshaken under pressure, and when the going gets tough, she gets even better. Across the cage stands Sumiko Inaba, a different kind of threat. She's a brawler with a grappler's soul. Her hands carry knockout power. Her clinch game is suffocating. She doesn't need finesse. She brings fire, willpower, and brute force. Every time she steps in, she fights like her life depends on it. Sumiko's biggest weapon might be her ability to close distance and drag opponents into chaos. If she can force Dakota into the clinch or get her to the mat, this fight could swing fast. When it comes to experience, both are still early in their careers. But Dakota's fought across Europe, tested herself against more diverse competition, and trained under elite striking coaches. That international polish shows. Sumiko's rise has been just as strong, though within a tighter circuit. Still, no opponent has ever dominated her, and every fight proves she can adjust, adapt, and finish. Mentally, these two are wired differently. Dakota is calm, strategic, and enters with a game plan. Sumiko is chaos in motion. She pulls fighters into the deep, dark waters where comfort disappears. If this fight becomes wild, Sumiko will thrive. If it stays clean and technical, Dakota has the edge. From striking to grappling, cardio to mindset, it's a razor-close matchup. But when you look at versatility, fight IQ, and composure under fire, Dakota seems to carry a slight advantage. She has more paths to victory as long as she stays disciplined, keeps distance, and avoids Sumiko's power. But don't count Sumiko out. She's the kind of fighter who only needs one clean shot, one opening, to end everything. On July 19th, something unforgettable is going to happen. So when the dust settles, only one will remain undefeated. If Dakota Ditcheva can keep her distance, stay disciplined, and avoid Sumiko Inaba's power shots, she has more paths to victory. But never underestimate the fire of a fighter like Sumiko. She's dangerous, determined, and capable of turning any moment into a finish. Still, based on skill set, composure, and versatility, Dakota Ditcheva holds the edge. Now let's rewind to one of her most defining moments in the cage. The clash, Dakota Ditcheva versus Malin Hermansen, one of the most intense and talked about fights in recent women's MMA history. Both fighters entered the cage with solid reputations. Dakota, undefeated, a rising star with lethal striking. Malin, known for her heart, durability, and relentless pressure. From the opening bell, Dakota came out focused, sharp, composed, dangerous. Everyone expected a striking clinic. That's what she's known for. Precision, Muay Thai mastery, knockout power. But then, she did something unexpected. Instead of keeping it on the feet, she took the fight to the ground. And she did it flawlessly. Malin tried to weather the storm, showing grit early, but Dakota's pressure was suffocating. She landed clean strikes, keeping Malin off balance, and changed levels at around the 3-minute mark of round 1. Dakota initiated a clinch, then executed a slick takedown. Once on the ground, her control was surgical. She advanced position, took the back, and locked in a deep rear naked choke. Malin resisted, but there was no escape. The choke was tight, clean, and inevitable. At 3:52 of round 1, Malin Hermansen tapped. Crowd exploded. Dakota rose to her feet, calm, confident, victorious. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. Up until that point, Dakota was seen as a striker, a knockout artist. But now, she had added something terrifying to her arsenal: elite grappling. It was her first professional submission victory, and it sent a message loud and clear. Dakota Ditcheva isn't one-dimensional. She's evolving. She's dangerous everywhere. That's the mark of a future champion, not just winning fights, but growing with each one. She had proven she could adapt. She could dominate in any position. For Malin, it was a tough night, but she showed the courage to face one of the most complete fighters in the division. She came in prepared. She fought with heart. But Dakota's speed, technique, and fight IQ were simply on another level. In under 4 minutes, Dakota delivered a performance that shocked even her most loyal fans. It wasn't just how she won, it was who she had become inside that cage. As she stood in the center, arms raised, PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Championship wrapped around her waist. The world finally understood. Dakota Ditcheva isn't just a fighter. She's a force, a future champion, a storm that can't be stopped. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more epic fights, unforgettable moments, and raw stories from the world of combat sports, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Let us know your thoughts. In the comments, who do you think is next for Dakota? Could Sumiko be the one to stop her? Until next time, stay sharp, stay ready, and remember, what should I do with the next 16 years of my life? Get ready to meet God.